Prices are dropping everywhere. Netflix wants to charge you for having other people on your account, and AMD releases the future. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast. We're going to talk about today the dropping of GPU prices. Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah? According to an exclusive report from WCCF Tech, so take this with a grain of salt if you so please, Nvidia is telling their AIC partners, which is the likes of Gigabyte, Asus, MSI, the people who actually make the GPUs, that they're going to be dropping the prices by 8 to 12% because reduction in cost of producing these GPUs, which means we could see lower GPU prices across the board. If they're going to be lower for the AICs, they should be lower for the distributors, who should be lower for the retailers, which means it should be lower for the end consumer. This is on top of the news that we've been seeing that the street prices of GPUs are falling, and it looks like behind the scene prices for Nvidia might be falling. And according to reports, this could be happening for several different reasons. The yield at Samsung, who is the company who produces the GPUs, is actually getting better, so they're actually able to produce more supply at the same price. Additionally, Intel is looking to launch their GPUs sometime soon, so there's added competitive pressure to reduce their GPU prices. And then additionally, Ethereum is just not as viable right now for GPU mining, according to the general sentiment, so they are able to reduce costs. So GPUs coming down in price according to Nvidia. Again, this is an exclusive report by WCCF Tech. It's not been officially confirmed by Nvidia or otherwise, but it does kind of line up with other metrics that we've been seeing out in the open, like this next point, which is that Asus is cutting their GPU prices of Nvidia cards 25% in Australia, which is not real, but it is a real price decrease that we're seeing, which should make cards much cheaper on the whole. We've been seeing eBay prices drop. We've been seeing prices elsewhere drop. The cards have been more available. If you pay attention to people who are buying them all the time, they say it's getting easier to buy them at close to retail at places like Best Buy or even Micro Center, and it just looks like we're in for a good time when it comes to GPU prices. Can I get another "ha yeah"?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir. Prices going down, looking very good. Are you seeing this yourself? Every time we report on this, people are just like, not in my country, or just like, eBay doesn't count. Well, just give it a little bit, okay? If Nvidia's dropping the prices behind the scenes, retailers have to get rid of their stock, and then eventually we'll start to see prices decline. Just give it a little bit. It looks like hope actually exists. And From Software doesn't need hope anymore because they have the real product, because they have sold 12 million copies of Elden Ring in just 18 days, which far exceeds the amount of game copies that they were expecting to sell, which was 4 million in 5 weeks. Elden Ring blowing away their expectations. Dark Souls 3, for comparison, sold 3 million in 1 month. Sekiro sold 2 million copies in 10 days, which is just like, it's a big deal. And Elden Ring seems to be a game that everybody's enjoying. Have you picked it up? Let me know down below in the comments. Have you picked it up?
No.
Have you resisted the temptation?
No maidens.
No maidens, you maidenless. If you want to see if a 970 can play Elden Ring and not die, go watch that video on UFD Tech right there. Spoiler alert, the 970 does die, it explodes.
Holy sh!
I'm not even joking. But while we're talking about lower GPU prices and games you can play on it, they might be going the opposite direction. Let's get into the Cryptostonks. Bitcoin up 3.3% on the day to be over 40 grand again, $41,018.28. Ethereum up 3.8 cents to be at 27.55, and Dogecoin up 2.4% to be at 11.6 cents. The crypto markets increased today. Not looking very good. The GPU price is going to just skyrocket back up. Skyrocket. Speaking of gargantuan prices, Netflix, not content to just raise their prices on you, which they've done in the last month, they're also looking, at least currently testing, a way to charge people who don't live in your household from using your Netflix account. This is being tested in Peru, Chile, and Costa Rica, where they will allow 2 sub-members to be added for $2.99 each to the main member account. So in case you're sharing your Netflix account with somebody, they can still get paid, which is a problem that Netflix has been trying to deal with for quite some time. It doesn't seem like they're necessarily going to be rolling this out worldwide, but they have been introducing recent checks of addresses and making sure that you're logging in properly and you're not sharing accounts. So in case you've been bumming your Netflix account off of your parents or a former loved one, that sounded like somebody died. I just meant like an ex-girlfriend or something, but maybe it might be time to reconsider that and spend your own money on Netflix. Do you guys have a Netflix account?
My mom's.
Uh-oh. You gotta start paying $3 a month for the sub member.
No.
Okay.
Wait, that's illegal.
Well, Netflix wants you to add more accounts. Tesla is gonna be accounting, you like that segue? 4 new things when it comes to their range calculations on their vehicles. And according to new reports that are coming out from people who see the software, it looks like they're going to take into account things like headwinds and air density and humidity when calculating your range, especially since electric vehicles, at least Teslas, are much more efficient than regular gas engines. The smallest things actually have a big impact on their efficiency because they're not dealing with the inefficiency of a gigantic engine, which is the worst thing at the offset. So things like humidity and all of that are now going to be taken into account. And as somebody who's driven a Tesla cross country and back, I actually find their range calculator to be pretty usable. And so if they're getting more accurate, I really enjoy that. And I enjoy space. NASA's James Webb telescope passes a key optics test, which lets us know that it's going to be really good at what it's doing. According to NASA, the optical systems are performing at or above expectations, which is good to hear. Everything with the James Webb Space Telescope, which is essentially the replacement for the Hubble Space Telescope, has gone as good or better than expected. We were waiting on to find out how much fuel it would have left to see how long it could stay in the L2 Lagrange point, and it looks like it's more than 10 years, and then all of the things that have been calibrating with the mirrors seem to have been going pretty well. That guy's filming me, and I don't like it. You trying to take a picture of me like you're some sort of telescope? I saw that. What do you have to say for yourself? Okay, and AMD has something to say for themselves. According to reports, as of today, March 17th, AMD is announcing FSR 2.0 at GDC. I can't confirm this because we're filming it before AMD has released this, but FSR 2.0 going to be the next step in their super resolution technology, which will allow them to get better performance than native in at least frame rate. As you can see here, the report is FSR 2.0 gets the FPS from 53 all the way up to 101 with their new temporal upscaler and everything that they're doing in FSR 2.0 to make it so that your GPU can run games faster with less overhead. And I'm gonna overhead on out because this episode of Hot News is over. I really love my segues to end these things. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow. Don't forget to go watch the video about the 970 exploding over on UFD Tech. It was a spicy one.